All right. Tonight on I put my arm on my pot here. Tonight on Leave It to Chef, we're going to make, I'm not going to try to butcher how you say it, but you told me it's just a very common Nepali lunch, right?
It is.
So,
It's dal, Bhat, Tarkari, and chutney.
well, I can say chutney. It's like, which is funny that there are certain words that have become part of the English language that are words from other cultures.
Yeah.
I mean, how many words? But so before we get just right into it, we're basically making like a slightly flavored rice, right? And then a veggie stir fry. I mean, am I simplifying it too much?
It's like a stir fry, but it could be a little bit curry kind of texture. It could be.
Okay.
We'll see.
And then chutney is like the savory, I don't know. I want to say jam, but it's like so much, it's savory. So I
It's
guess
kind of
it's
like chutney goes with everything, I think.
Like a pickle, but fresh one. Kind of pickle.
So I guess let's go down. Which one do you want to start on first? Like, I've got tons and tons of vegetables, and then a bunch of vegetables I want to like use up. Like I went shopping at the farmer's market and I did my usual mistake, which was buy a bunch of fresh stuff to then fill up my fridge, which is already full. So I do have like, some celery and zucchini and carrots and cabbage that I have to use up. At the international grocery, I got peas
Nice.
that are from India.
Oh, nice.
I was just like, actually, my mom did it. I had it on the list and I was planning to go to the local store and she saw them and she's like, we should just get them at international grocery. I was like, well, they'll probably be really expensive, but they were about the same price. But peas from India, just like, ooh, I'm not wearing an apron today, but I got this shirt that I really like. Let me show off this shirt. I'm only here for the food. All right. Enough of my talking. Boss me around.
Yeah, so today, because we are making 4 different kind of recipes, so we will be multitasking in between. So we have to be prepared for that. A dal takes time to cook. So we should be starting with dal first.
All right.
I have 2 kinds of dal. I have this Masoor Dal.
Okay. I cook that regularly. Yeah, I love that.
And this is Toor Dal. So it's split Pigeon Peas, and this is split lentils. So these 2.
So I have the first kind, and then I have a split. Let's see. Yeah, more of a bigger lentil too. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
One thing I found really weird when I went to international grocery is I got pure mustard oil, and every mustard oil said for external use only. And I was like, what? There must be some law that says it's too spicy to put inside you or something. But because every one of them, they're right next to all the other oils, but maybe for importing them from other countries, they're not allowed to,
Oh, yeah.
This is traditionally used as a massage oil.
Yeah, in our countries, mustard oil is very popular for massage, and old people used to put inside their ear too, so, and head massage, body massage, and eat it also as a hair oil.
And then the other one I've never used before. What I don't know. Asa fuetida.
Escalita, yeah, yeah.
And they actually had
you
two
had that
versions.
too. Awesome.
Well, this one's actually gluten free because the other one says it was in a base of toasted wheat.
Oh, okay.
So this one is in a base of rice flour.
Or open it up and smell it.
I think I've used it before. It's really, really sour, right?
No, it has different.
It's stinky. It's stinky.
Well, I don't know how to open this.
But
It's
maybe
childproof.
press down.
No,
But
there
it's
might
not.
be little. You might have to pinch
And
a
this
hole
one's got a
in it.
little hole in it. I
Oh,
need to
there.
get this hole.
Poke it.
I thought I could unscrew it, but
They say the stinky goes away when you cook it.
they
Yeah,
say
but we have to put just a little bit. If it's more than it will like overpower everything. So
should
while
I
we are
before
like
I
a
smell
paint.
this? Should you want to see me smell this on camera? Is that
Yeah,
what
we
you're
want to
saying?
see you smell
Okay.
it on camera.
I'm switching. Here we go.
It's called the devil's stink.
Oh, ooh, it does. It smells like. I mean, actually, what it smells like is durian. It smells like that sulfur
Which is stinky also.
of durian. Well, okay, thanks for that. Now my mouth tastes all like it's so strong it went right into my mouth. So, all right, so we're going with getting some lentils.
Yeah, I'm using 1 cup of mixed lentils. So I'm mixing both of them.
All right.
And I just wash it. Rinse it.
So you're saying you're washing your lentils?
Yes, always.
Always. Oh. So I'm putting 2 kinds here. I've got, I don't know why they call them yellow lentils because they're orange. And I've got,
Is this to remove starch or just to make sure you don't have any rocks and things in it?
Yeah, those. The second. Not for
Yeah,
the
you
stuff.
might be a little dirt or something in there,
Yeah.
being a agricultural product.
all right. Okay. Get my pot. All right, I rinsed my, so yeah, I've got 2 kinds of lentils. This almost looks like a split pea, the other lentil.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pigeon Peas.
I really like red lentils, even though they look, it looks orange. I cook that a lot.
It will be yellow. So
I like cooking. I usually put like half that and half rice in a rice cooker, and then it just kind of disappears and makes the rice protein. That's kind of a regular go-to meal for me. So, all right. So I washed the dal.
yeah.
I'm an adult playing with dolls. That's a dad joke. Today is Father's Day. Well, tomorrow, right? So I had to throw in a father's joke.
So I will be cooking in a pressure cooker. And when I cook dal, if I put 1 cup of dal, then I put 4 cups of water.
Okay. So I just put it in there, nothing.
Yeah.
I always want to make sure because in the past I like got ahead. All right.
So do we have to do it in a pressure cooker?
I'm not doing.
If it's not in the pressure cooker, it might take time. If you have an Instapot, it will be like really fast, 10 minutes. And
Okay,
that.
just stovetop. So
Yeah, I'm doing stovetop. I mean,
the same
I
rate.
know the red dal cooks really quick because it's so small. The other one might take 20 minutes for me, probably.
Yeah. So maybe if you're cooking in a stove pot, then you might want to have like 1 cup dal and 3 cups of water, not like a 4 cup.
Less water so it cooks quicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what I really like, yeah, the red dal, it's just so teeny. I mean, it's like, I don't even think you can see it in the camera. There, it's
Yeah.
a little red dal. It's so teeny that when I cook it with rice, it completely disappears. Oh, wait. How much water did I put? Okay.
Maybe 3 cups is fine. And salt, how much you want it. And it's always
Actually,
better to have
before I
less.
melt my plastic thing of ghee back there, I did that once already this week.
And I like to crush a little bit of black pepper in it.
So you're just putting a little salt and black pepper in it?
And turmeric. If you have powdered turmeric, that is better.
All right.
He's got like a 5-pound thing of turmeric.
I do
Like
a lot of turmeric and ginger for pain relief for myself.
one
How much are you
teaspoon
putting of each of these?
1 teaspoon of turmeric and few crushed, few spoon of black pepper, maybe pinch kind of black pepper.
So you're putting ground black pepper, not the peppercorns, right?
No. And I like to add a little bit of ginger to this. I'll just cut it like an inch.
I like putting ginger and turmeric in everything.
You just put a piece in.
a piece, but I like to cut it a little bit in smaller pieces.
All right, piece of ginger.
And I'm just making, this much.
And
If
then you
you're
just
not cut.
chopped it up and put it in?
You filter it later, or can you eat does it get just like too chewy in the dish?
Oh,
the
we need to
ginger?
later on, we again will be using ginger, and we will be tampering.
Okay.
All right.
So I got a question about the ginger. I didn't see it. Is it going to get eaten? Do we want to chop it up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd probably want to chop it up to get more flavor out too, right?
Because if later on, if your dal is not very smooth and silky, we can always blend it in a food processor or a blender or something and make it more smoother or creamier.
I talked about it before, but I use a garlic ginger paste where it's all been ground up. So you don't have any fibers of the ginger in your dish.
That's funny. I've actually got like one of the big jars of it in the fridge, and I've
That's what I've got. And I
never
use
used it.
all
I've
the
never
well,
used it.
I
It's
use it
my
all the time
emergency.
because everything you're cooking is always asked for garlic and ginger. So you just take a scoop out of there and throw it in the pan.
That's my emergency backup when I'm going to cook for a whole
It'll
bunch of
go
people.
bad sitting in there.
Well, I haven't opened it yet, so.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm ready for a new jar, but I'm almost finished. It's a big
All
jar
right.
too, but I use it a lot.
You can see my jar of ghee is plastic, and so I just had it up there, and I apparently tried to melt the other day. All right.
And I like to use a teaspoon of ghee if you have it, or butter, or
Speaking
if you're
of ghee,
vegan.
yeah,
Yeah, if you're a vegan, you can always use oil, any kind of oil, olive oil or grapeseed oil or normal cooking oil, any oil.
So how much?
Take a teaspoon.
I mean, it's butter. I don't think you can put too much.
yeah. I've even put it on toast.
I don't know if. I think that might be a way. It might be, well, I don't know. If you used it just like regular butter, it might be too intense because it's like, I mean, it's concentrated butter. So, okay. What did I do with the lid? Here it is. All right. The dal is cooking.
Yeah, now I'm putting up the lid and then I'll be cooking it.
So just go through real quickly again when it went in there. Ginger, black pepper, salt, turmeric.
Black pepper.
Yeah, black pepper.
Oh, I didn't put any salt, but I usually don't salt things.
Yeah, I don't
Let's see.
either.
Fresh chunk of ginger, some ghee, black pepper, turmeric, and then 2 or 3 types of dal, whatever, right?
Lentils.
And
Okay.
that's all.
And are we bringing it to a boil? You want it on high?
Yes, medium high. Yeah, we will be, first, you might want to put it high, and when it boils, you might want to close the lid and simmer it for 15 to 20 minutes.
So yeah, bring it to a boil and then lower it down to just a simmer. All right. I got lots of veggies to chop up here. When you're ready.
Okay, next is, I'm cooking on a rice cooker.
Ooh, me too. Shortcut.
Yeah. So I'm using, it's like,
I keep saying I need to do a leave it to chef just on how to cook rice. So that 5 different people show me how to cook rice.
when we are cooking rice, the ratio is always like 1:2. So if you're cooking 2 cups of rice, it's always 4 cups of water. That's the easier version.
In the Instant Pot, it's 1-to-1, which surprised me.
Yeah.
All right, so you wash the rice also, right?
Yes.
So that's just to get rid of starch that's on the rice from milling.
And I think, but it's also a habit to, look for stones and little bits of stuff.
Well, that too, yeah. A lot of that stuff will float to the top of their vegetable material.
But yeah, I remember not washing the rice, and I still don't sometimes when I'm in a hurry. But how much the rice stuck together.
Well, that's because of that starch, yeah. That's another reason to wash it, because that starch will make the rice sticky if you don't want sticky rice. But
So my rice is already cooked. So is there a lot of seasoning that's going to go in it? Because I thought that's what the recipe.
Oh, you ruined it. You were supposed to cook it with seasoning.
Oh, bummer.
Just, no. I mean, again, you probably just put some ghee in there, and that would save everything. So let's see, what are we putting in the rice?
1 cardamom, 2 cloves, a little bit of cinnamon stick.
Oh,
If you
2
have
cloves. I thought that was what do you call it? A mistake in the recipe that it was supposed to be 2 cloves of garlic. I didn't think it would be 2 cloves of cloves.
Oh, yeah, cloves.
Just like, but yeah, with cloves, you want to be very careful to not put too many of those.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of putting like 4 in something. All right. And then where's my cardamom pods? Cardamom. There it is. Now the cardamom, are you cracking it or are you just putting the whole thing in?
You can put the pod or you can always crack it. And if you have a star anise, you can put a star anise too. It just smells better.
I guess if I crack it, then I'd have to fish all the little bits out, huh? All right, let's see what else we putting in the rice. That was it, right?
Yeah, and I also like to put a little bit of lime and a little bit of salt in.
Okay.
And ghee or butter or oil, whatever.
Oh, now not once it's already cooked. All right.
So just club cinnamon or any other thing?
I didn't hear you. My
You have to put salt, cinnamon, and what other thing?
Cinnamon, clove. If you have star anise, you can put that too.
Oh,
star
Okay.
anise. Cool. Cinnamon. Well, I've got just big pieces of cinnamon, but I don't think I want a really big piece. I'm just gonna put just a little teeny piece. So this is almost like if you added milk to this, this would almost be like a sweet dessert with all these flavors.
Yeah.
And my star anise, here we go. I've been doing this cooking show for so long that I was so proud that I only had one spice on the list that I had to go buy. Well, that's not true. The mustard oil, I was out of mustard oil. All right, my rice cooker is cooking. I guess it would be if I plug it in. So, always, when you do a rice cooker, learn from my mistakes. Always check the red light. I don't know how often I've plugged it in and pushed the button down, and then there was no power, or like right now, I just plugged it into the plug strip and the plug strip was shut off. So yeah, make sure that red light's on.
So the next thing we will be doing is preparing for our chutney, and then we can start with our vegetables too. So for chutney, I am taking 2 tomatoes, size, and we will be roasting tomatoes and garlic, 2 cloves of garlic with it.
All right, so how would you roast the garlic? I know the tomato I could put right on the flame like this.
In
Should
an
I roast the garlic in a pan, huh?
Yeah, we can do that. And I'm roasting actually in a oven. So
Oh, in the oven? So the garlics, probably, I'm thinking if I cut these big garlics in half long ways, I could toast them in the pan pretty quick. It's too hot for me to turn the oven on.
that's fine. We can always roast it on pan.
And then the tomatoes, so you're roasting all that in the oven.
Yes, both of them.
Are you
Alright.
doing it on the broiler to blister them, or are you doing them in the oven?
Just in an oven. We don't have to blister it. It just needs to be a little bit soft. So that's why.
Well, this one's overripe. It's already soft. It's like,
Yeah, but it will have that raw tomatoey flavor in it. But it is also fine. I mean, we don't have to roast it. It will be like completely different flavor if we don't roast it, and if we roast it, it will be like completely different flavor. But both are okay.
So what temperature are you roasting them in the oven?
I'm roasting at 400 for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I didn't hear what temperature on the oven.
400 at 400, 5 minutes.
All right. Then probably put it on the top shelf in the oven to. But yeah, let me get my tongs here. So so I learned to do this from the what was that recipe from the Morocco, right? We made a toasted tomato and zucchini dish, and you just grilled them on the. So, yep. So I've got toasting some garlic on the pan, and both of them. The garlic I've got it at about half temperature, and the tomato I've got it at almost the lowest I possibly can do. But let's see here.
Now we can start with our vegetables. Cooking our vegetables till the tomato is roasted.
Oh, that dal is simmering along real nice. I can smell the. All right. I think I need more garlic. So we're just roasting the garlic and the tomatoes, right?
Yeah, just
Thinking the same thing, or I need one more clove. I mean, it just seems like not enough.
Better too much than not enough.
Have you ever had, I keep wanting to make this, I bought it before, garlic jam. It literally was roasted garlics made into, I mean, they called it a jam, but it was basically a chutney.
Yeah, well, you can make like a jalapeno jam too.
Yep. So,
Peppers.
all right. So now we're going to, I probably should do this on the back so I'll have room on.
I have a little cayenne pepper bush growing in my garden, so I'm interested in how it'll turn out.
I got a few of these little bird's eye Thai chilies, so this time I'm gonna have some spice to it.
That's the one I use, yeah.
So,
okay.
all
Now
right.
we'll be cooking vegetables. For that, we will be needing a little bit of 1 inch of ginger, and if the garlics are like medium size, then 5 or 6 cloves of garlic, and 1 onion. And I don't have onion, so I'm using 2 green onions. So those.
And that's fancy. Don't have onions, so you're going with green onion.
Yeah, because I checked and I was like out of onion. I never realized. And I'm using 3 potatoes, but it's up to us how much potato we want in our vegetables.
Oh,
You can have like 2 or 1 or any potatoes. It doesn't have to be like this russet potato kind of thing. It can be like any potatoes.
okay. I messed up. My potatoes are out in the garage.
But you can always not use potatoes. I mean, we are making mixed kind of vegetables, so it doesn't really matter.
I got lots of vegetables, so I could probably survive without potatoes.
So I have a question about that garlic. So this is 6 more cloves of garlic, unrelated to what's going to be roasting.
Correct.
Oh, those are different. Roasting ones, I'm using 2 cloves. That's for chutney, but this garlic we would be using on vegetables. So this is for different purpose.
Okay. And I'm still waiting for my oven to warm up before I put the tomato and garlic in. So I'm a little bit behind on that one.
Okay, it's fine. I mean, we have time in between while we are cooking vegetables, so we can always it will just take 5 minutes. So in between, we can always put it in the oven and take it out.
All right.
I'm putting pan in here.
Now, do I heat up the fry pan and start putting the veggies right into it, or?
We need to put oil first, and we need to fry some spices, and then we will be adding those things.
I tend to do that when I cook, where I just start the oil and just start cutting things directly into the fry pan.
Yeah, I'm using canola oil. and like 2 teaspoon or 3 teaspoon, I would say.
Let's see if I can fit everything on my little teeny stove here. All right. And this is where I can put the mustard oil in, right?
Yeah, we can always use mustard.
But I mean, 3 tablespoons of mustard oil sounds like a lot.
It will be fine.
Just like,
So I neglected to get the mustard oil. What I have on most of my herbs are in solid form. So is that where I do have a mortar and pestle? So
I mean, I think you can just use any oil and then add mustard seeds. Right, Deepa?
Yes, that's, and fenugreek seed if we have it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Fenugreek
I have
seeds.
mustard seeds.
yeah, I have brown mustard seed and I've got the fenugreek seeds.
Yeah, so I usually keep just a small bottle of mustard oil, and then I usually, anytime I use mustard oil, I just make like a fresh mustard oil. That's what I always do.
Yeah, I use fenugreek in a dish at my friend's house and she never let me. She said, don't ever use that again. She didn't like the smell of it.
A fenugreek, huh?
Yeah,
All right, let me re-smell it to see.
this is just a personal taste.
I mean,
don't
it
know.
smells like, I don't know, it smells like dirt almost. It smells really earthy.
I don't know, maybe that was the reason.
So,
I've been buying green onions at the grocery store and then I just stick them in the pots with my tomatoes and they grow together with the tomatoes. Then when I need one, I just pull one up.
I'm so proud I got 1 tomato from my garden so far. Just like, all right. So I got the oil in the pan warming up for the veggies.
Yeah.
What things do I put in there?
We're already heated up. We are adding a little bit of mustard seed.
I got, you think I should add mustard seed to the mustard oil?
Yes, a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna put very little, although I
Yes.
like things pretty spicy.
Just a little bit.
All right, let's see.
It's
What's the
fine.
littlest? The littlest one is an 1/8 of a teaspoon. No, that's too small. Let's go with a 1/4 of a teaspoon.
And fenugreek seeds. And that needs to be splattered.
That I'm gonna put like a 1/2 a teaspoon in.
Yeah, that is enough. 1/2 teaspoon is enough.
I've got my dal at the lowest setting and it's boiling away.
So this is the fenugreek seeds are really large. I don't
Yes.
mash them, just put some in there.
No, we just put it directly.
So how much?
1 teaspoon or less than that.
Okay. And I didn't see, how much oil are you using?
3 teaspoon or 2 tablespoon. How much oil you want in your veggies? I'm using 3 teaspoon.
All right, I've got the. Apparently, I'm not super great at multitasking. I'm starting to get a little confused watching all this stuff all at the same time. I don't know. Usually doesn't happen. But like right now, I'm roasting garlic, I'm roasting tomatoes, I'm cooking dal.
The fenugreek, and what else is in the oil?
Cumin seeds.
Cumin seeds,
And how much of that?
and mustard
1
seeds also.
teaspoon.
We're just putting
I
A
can't
teaspoon
hear
of
you talking anymore.
a teaspoon of everything.
Yeah, kind of. And we are using half teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a pinch of asafoetida, like literally a pinch, not more than that. I have this one.
All right, here goes.
Yeah, just a pinch, not more than that.
I'm gonna actually use the little thing here. All right. I
So,
better remember to close that.
and I'm using a half teaspoon of turmeric powder.
That doesn't sound like very much.
That is enough.
I always put a lot of turmeric. All right.
Now
half
after
teaspoon.
this, I'm adding, this is 5 cloves of garlic. And then,
All right, 5 cloves minced.
and I have like a inch of onion. I'll just chop it like really small. Oh, sorry, ginger.
Oh, I put the
Big
onion.
chunk of ginger.
Where'd my ginger? Here we go. So I need to put 5 garlics and I need to put some ginger. Here we go. Chop the garlic. Now I've got my pan on low heat already frying the spices. Is that all right?
It's like I chop.
Is that the ginger?
Yeah, these are ginger.
So it's just kind of chopped up.
So I'm just rough. I don't know what it's called. It's not mincing it. It's just rough chopping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rough chopping.
Rough chop.
It's all right because oh yeah, I like ginger. All right. And should I throw all the onion in or?
Yeah, I like to use chili, so I'm using 1.
And
And
chili.
you can put your onion in it.
You're using a whole onion or equivalent to a whole onion?
Yeah, we can use whole onion. If
And-
it's medium size, if it's like large, you can use 3, 4.
And you are you taking the seeds out of your chili?
No, I didn't. I just chopped it and put it in.
Just chopped up the chili.
All
I'm
right,
using like a handful because I didn't have onions, so I'm using green onions.
So Or could put his bird's eye chilies in there.
Quick question, how large are you making the onion? And just
Just slice it and just put it in.
basically all that was like rough chopped, right?
Yeah, rough chop. Like I'm slicing this. Okay.
The ginger.
These are onions.
Oh, those are onion slices. Okay.
She didn't have regular onions, so she used green
Right,
onion.
right.
you already
it's-
got the garlic and the ginger in there?
Yes, I already put. I first put garlic, and then I put ginger, and then fried it for like 30 seconds or so, and then I put onions in it. That's all.
All right. All right, I'm gonna move that to the front now.
We need to fry them.
We've got it just at medium heat, right?
Yeah. For a few minutes.
Hers is really cooking away, Or.
And I had mine at really low heat because I was afraid to get it going.
Now you want to saute, so you got to crank the heat up a bit, I think.
Yeah. That's amazing. Like, I usually put a lot more oil, but basically, like everything, it's like there's almost no oil, but everything is coated with oil.
Yeah.
might have to add a little more because I'm gonna be cooking a lot more.
Yeah, it looks like you need a little more oil, maybe.
I think I'm not going to put more mustard oil in there. I'm afraid to overwhelm it.
Yeah, just use the vegetable oil. Or even more ghee.
I'll use up the last.
These are the potatoes. I'm just dicing it. Bite size, I would say. Like a bite size.
Now, can I just basically just chop up any vegetables and put them in, or?
Yeah. Any. What vegetables are you putting in?
Well, let's see. I've got 3 types of squash: zucchini,
Okay.
yellow squash, and I don't know what this orange squash.
Okay, and
Cabbage, celery. What else I got? I've got carrots. I've got 2 more big tomatoes I could use. I've got a couple of these sweet peppers.
okay. I would not put celery in there. Other than
Okay.
that, I think I would put everything.
And then I don't know, this is charred stock, so it's very similar to celery.
Then I would not put that either.
Okay.
For now, I think my onions are kind of roasted. I will add, this is my curry powder. So I will be using 1 tablespoon of curry powder and just frying it.
All right. 1 tablespoon, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Now you're adding that after you cook down the onions a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. My onions aren't there yet, so.
All right. Zucchini in mine. I think, aren't we getting close to put a zucchini on your neighbor's porch day? I know people in California don't have the issue of seasons.
And after starting your spices, now put any vegetables you like. I'm starting with potato.
We had beautiful weather here today. I was out playing bocce ball.
Fun. That's actually a lot harder than it looks for me, at least. It looks really deceptively simple. But
Well, it doesn't take it's more a game of finesse than strength.
I love this pot here. I just put it on the lowest setting and it's been simmering with like next to no heat.
And at this point, I like to add some salt seasoning in it, just a little bit.
Can I use the black salt I got?
A little bit, but not much. Just a little bit of that, but normal, like regular salt.
So as far as other vegetables, the potatoes and carrots would go in together at this point because carrots take a long time as well.
First, I think I would fry the potato a little bit, like 2 or 3 minutes, and then I would add other vegetables in it.
So what vegetables would you say not to put in here? You already told me not to put celery.
Uh, it
Cabbage?
I have to think about that. It depends. Like you're using squash and cabbage, so they just go together, I think. So, but if you're mixing squash with cauliflower, then I wouldn't suggest you to use squash and cauliflower together. But squash and cabbage, they cook pretty fast. So I think.
So are you looking on that they all have the same texture of cooking, or are you looking, I guess you're looking for flavor complements too?
Both actually, because cauliflower doesn't have like a taste, and the texture is also like totally different from squash, because with cabbage it also like it's get little, and then with squash also it just decreases in size, I think. So, and it goes faster. But I wouldn't make, I mean, I wouldn't add broccoli to that. That overpowers everything, I think. It has like a strong, I wouldn't make strong flavor vegetables with something that has like a mild taste.
One thing that's weird about American vegetables is not, they tend to all be very mild because they're not really growing like the good quality ones, I feel. So you don't like, I mean, these carrots are locally grown and organic, and they're so intense that I don't put very much in something because of that. But if you buy a lot of the store-bought carrots, they taste like carrots, but they're not. Like, look at this. This is the carrots I got at the market.
Oh,
Has anybody cooked the greens of carrots?
No.
no. Now I'm putting my vegetables. I'm cooking cauliflower with potatoes.
So it looks like my dal is done, but still very liquidy. Is it supposed to absorb all the water?
No, it should be liquid. If you have a hand blender, you can blend it and then make it more smoother or silkier if you have that texture in that. Otherwise, if you like texture, then it's fine.
Should I take the lid off?
Yeah, you can put the lid on, but you can close, like you can off the gas.
I mean, it's
But
supposed to
you
be
can-
a soup, right? Or no?
Yeah, kind of soup. My dal is also done, but it
All right,
still
I
has
need
a
to check
pressure.
mine. Check mine. Oh yeah, perfectly done. Thanks, Lulu. Thanks for the reminder. Turn that off. All right. Can I add tomatoes to this stir fry?
Yes, but at the end, not right now, because
Okay.
if we add tomatoes now, it won't be cooked.
It'll give it too much moisture, yeah?
Yes. So I wouldn't put tomato at this point. But at the end, we can always put tomato.
All right.
Now I'm closing the lid and let it cook for some time.
All right.
So now we can work on our chutney at the point.
Beautiful vegetables. All right.
So
Let's see, what kind of container do I want the chutney in? I'll do it in this bowl right here. All right. So I've got,
At what point do we put in things like the bell pepper and the spicy chili?
oh,
we can
put
put
ev-
it, if you think, have you already put your potato?
I've got the potatoes going and I just put in the carrots.
Okay, you just put the carrots in, right? So maybe like a minute or so, you can put all those things. Because bell pepper doesn't take time, so you can put almost at the end also.
Okay.
so you're just
So
putting it in
let
the
me,
order of how long it takes to cook, right?
Yeah, let the potato be cooked, and then we can add other vegetables in it. If you think your potato is cooked, then we don't have to wait. We can just add everything.
All right. So chutney, huh?
Yeah.
I've got my garlic roasted here, and then the tomatoes are mushy from roasting.
The tomatoes are very
So
hot. I just want them to cool it.
do you peel the skin or you just chop them up?
It's mine are like just coming up, so I'm throwing out the skin. But if it's not coming up, then it's fine. It wouldn't matter.
Ooh, that's hot still. All right.
We need to blend
Now we're
it.
gonna just blend all this, right? So
Yes.
you want to rough chop it so it'll be easier to blend. So let's see, what are we chopping up? The tomatoes and garlic.
Mint. One chili. And if we have cilantro, we can always add cilantro.
I suppose cilantro or some people don't like the taste of cilantro, so I suppose they could use parsley.
Yeah.
How much cilantro? Like I have this whole bunch. Do I chop the whole thing up?
Yeah.
I think so. It's only like a half bunch actually.
Yeah, I use my handful. Maybe half of your handful. And this is cilantro. So this is how much I'm using. Okay.
Do you use the stems also?
Yes, everything. Just
Everything.
blending it, so you don't have to.
All right. What else? Do we put all the mint right into it?
Yes.
All right, so let's see how much mint.
Like I use my handful of mint.
Well, my hands are a lot bigger, so everything I make is just going to be twice as much.
And don't forget to stir your vegetables in between, otherwise it might stick.
Oh, thanks for that reminder. I have it at a
It might get burned.
low setting, but Oh, that smells really good.
I'm using a little bit of ginger, but
Now it does.
like
That's
half,
interesting. Like I
half
actually
inch of ginger
smell the peppers.
and a chili.
All right, garlic.
Okay, so for the chutney, tomato, garlic, cilantro, or these are the roasted tomatoes and garlic.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cilantro, a little bit, the mint, and
Yes.
the hot chili. Is this what the chili's going in, or in the vegetables?
Oh,
The chili is going in the chutney, as well as if you like spicy vegetable, then you can put it in your vegetables. Otherwise, it's going in a chutney. So,
Okay, and what else in the chutney?
this for now. And did you put ginger, like half of inch of ginger?
No.
Okay, that's all.
And this is going in a blender?
Yes.
now we're putting other spices in here too now. All right, so that's all chopped up. All right.
I was in muting for a few seconds so that we don't get the.
Let's see. On my recipe list, it says coriander seeds, cumin seeds also, and black pepper. Now, did you blend it with any water at all, or just put all that in there? I guess those tomatoes.
No water in it, just the onion. Whatever the onion had water, that's all.
Let's see. Small amounts. See how well it chops up here. I'm gonna mute myself so you don't hear the loud sound and kill yourself. Mine's not blending very well. Did you say there was onion in it?
No.
Okay. Oh, I didn't put lime juice.
We will be putting them at the end now only.
So yeah, mine is not really. Wonder why.
What are the spices that go in there again?
Sorry?
What spices go in the chutney?
In chutney, crushed black pepper, half of lime or lemon, whatever we have.
Oh, that's what I didn't put.
Salt.
And what else?
Salt.
Okay.
And if you will have like flavor curry powder, you can always add curry powder. Just that.
Oh, I forgot to put my lemon in. That's
So
why.
do you recommend the curry powder in the chutney?
I'm just crushing.
Let's see.
Black pepper. And this is a little bit of curry powder, like of range, I would say half a teaspoon of curry powder and salt.
And then we add cumin and coriander seeds a little bit. Well, we don't need.
We can
We-
add it and blend it, but if we add curry powder, we don't actually have to.
Got it.
My rice is done.
But yeah, I forgot to put the lemon in, so probably that's why there's not enough moisture for mine to blend.
Lemon or lime?
Either.
I use lime, but if you have lemon, you can always use lemon. So we just mix it. Our chutney is done.
Maybe yours is.
So a half a lime, the juice of half a lime.
Mm-hmm.
My sieve. Here it is. All right, get those seeds out. All right. I'm gonna try to blend it again with some lime juice in it. Let's see if that works any better.
My potatoes are still cooking. Cooking yet. So I will chop off some tomatoes.
It amazes. That blended so much easier with the lemon in. Just like. All right. Oh. It's like a blend of cilantro and mint.
Are you
All right.
it until it's smooth? You want to leave it chunky, or what's the scoop?
However you like. I mean, I like a little bit of smoother side, so I blend it twice.
Let's see. I only put one chili in there, but wow. Okay, I think I need to add something to it. I think I need a little salt. I didn't put any salt.
Yeah, we can always add that.
Mhm. All right. Pretty much everything is almost done now. Huh? I think my vegetables are cooked. Those are cooked. Rice is cooked. Was I supposed to add tomatoes to the vegetables?
Yes.
Right before they're done.
So I'm chopping tomatoes. And because I would like to put 2 tomatoes, but I'm out of this tomato, so I'm using the cherry tomatoes instead.
All right. I have this one tomato that's just ready to be. So it's got a lot of moisture in it. All right. Well, I took one bite of that chutney
Oh, it's fine.
and that Thai chilies.
Yeah.
Just that one for that whole recipe. All right. Oh, I've got peas too. Forgot about it.
And you can add your peas at this point.
Yep.
Because we are adding tomatoes at the end. After all the vegetables are in, and then we add our peas.
Yeah, you add the peas right before you, like what, like a minute or so before you're, because they don't really need to cook very much.
My peas are frozen.
Well, mine are too. Well, I mean, mine aren't frozen solid. They've been out for a little bit.
Okay, so I do have zucchini and a few more tomatoes that can go in. And then the bell pepper needs to go into the vegetable?
Yes. Yes.
Do we need to do anything else with this chutney? It's finished, right?
It's chutney is done.
All right.
Chutney is done. For vegetables, after we put tomatoes, we just put a lid on and cook for like 5 more minutes. And at this time, we can check on our dal. And we can, if we have a smaller pan where we can tamper, it would be easier to tamper our dal. So this is my dal.
All right. Let me taste my dal.
So for tampering our dal, we will need ginger. We can mince it, and then we need garlic. We can mince that too. If we already have like minced one, then we don't need it.
So now we're adding some fresh ginger and garlic on top of the dal or in the dal.
No, we need to tamper it first. So if we have oil or ghee or butter, whatever we have, we need to heat that up in a smaller pan for tampering.
So my potatoes are not near done. They're real still hard. Is that normal?
No, keep cooking.
It will be fine. I mean, it will cook through eventually.
Okay.
So, but have you put your tomatoes in?
No.
Okay. So what we can do is have you closed the lid on your pot?
Yeah, I've had it lidded the whole time because it's new.
Good. So it's fine. It doesn't matter. Then let the tomato cook, and then you can add your let your potato cook, and then you can add your tomatoes in.
And then-
Otherwise, it will take more time to cook potatoes if we add tomatoes before cooking potatoes.
yeah, I'm gonna wait. And then can the bell peppers go in now?
Yeah, bell pepper can go in.
Okay.
So for tampering,
What do you mean tampering? What does that mean?
tampering means like tadka. You say like dal tadka or something. It's I'll show you for that. If you have like a smaller
pan or something where you can heat up a little bit of oil or something. Oil or ghee. Ghee is the best.
All right, I've got ghee in my little frying pan.
Tempering is the you heat up the hot oil or ghee, and then you mix ground spices or the whole spices, and then you add a bit of this ginger, garlic, and stuff, and then you put that into a dish
Okay.
for
So
flavor.
basically you're making some savory oil to add.
Yes, kind of like a chili oil or something. So, because I don't have onions, so I'm using this green onion.
So let's see. So in this oil, we want we wanted ginger, garlic, and onion.
Cumin seeds, asafoetida, a little bit of turmeric also. But first we need to chop like a half inch of ginger.
So the fresh ginger and garlic goes in, and the onion also.
How much onion?
I would say a tablespoon of minced onion.
So you're just putting a little of everything in there to flavor the oil.
So what
That's how I usually make my dal is I flavor the oil and then I put the dal in it and cook it. So I'm doing it backwards from what you do it. So
I'm using a tablespoon of ghee.
can you explain how you make your ghee?
Yeah, I just heat up a butter, but we have to be like extra careful. You know, like at some point, there is a point where it's a ghee and then it's a burnt ghee. So we have to know like in what temperature we have to be boiling that
You
butter.
try to do it at like the lowest temperature you possibly can for no?
No, it will not happen. It means like medium high kind of constant temperature, and we don't like stir it or do something. We just need to wait and sit and watch it for like 15 to 17 minutes. It varies. And
So like you have to watch it for over an hour.
no, 15 to 17 minutes.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
I thought you said 50 to 70. So
No, 15 to 17, max 20 minutes. It depends like how much we are making. So my ghee is heated up. At this point, I will be adding cumin seeds. I'm using 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Pinch of asafoetida.
I didn't put the asafoetida. Where's that at?
And 1 teaspoon of turmeric. And these are like 2 cloves of garlic and half an inch of ginger. We need to fry them.
And then everything is fried in the oil. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm adding my green onion. If you have your
Oh, I didn't.
onion, you can add your normal onion.
I didn't feel like cutting up another onion, so I just put twice as much garlic.
Okay, that is fine.
I could have. I put a whole big onion in this other one, so I probably should have saved some of that big onion. But I've always been like, if you cut up an onion, use the whole thing. That's always been my philosophy. Because it seems, but all right. My tomatoes are cooked in there. I don't think I can fit my whole bag of peas in there, but I'm gonna try it.
So this is my dal. So I will put this whole in the dal.
So you barely fried it.
It's done. All I can say is it's done.
I mean, really, you're just trying to infuse the oil with flavors.
Yes, that's all.
So, well. All right. Nice. That is some good dal. I think I don't want to waste this oil. I'm going to clean out the pan. How it's
Yeah, that's what I did.
just get a little of the moisture, put it in the pan.
So if you don't have ghee, what is it that you're using for this?
Any kind of oil.
Butter? No.
Butter is better. Butter is much better.
That should be the butter motto, you know. Butter is better.
And if you have ghee, that's the best. So I'm chopping up a little bit of cilantro for garnishing my vegetables and my dal. Just to put on top of it.
Okay, so I'm a little behind.
All right.
What's going in this garlic, onion, ginger thing? You said a half a teaspoon of turmeric
Yes.
and a pinch of that
Asafarida? Yes.
A pinch of ass. Yep. It's like, it smells pretty bad, but it gives an intense flavor to it.
And 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds.
All right.
and then salt and black pepper.
Sorry?
Salt and black pepper in the oil.
Yeah, you can put that in.
Here you go. I'm cleaning out the last of my ghee. Put a little of that hot lentils in there. I'm not wasting any of it. There we go. Now I can switch from the store-bought to the homemade. I've got this nice little jar of homemade. Now I got rid of this.
Huh.
All right. How are we doing, everybody? I've been so focused on cooking. Let me look in the chat here and see. We've got people from 1, 2, 3, 4 countries tonight. Wow. All right. Whew. I'm glad I didn't crank up the oven. Even this is a little hot. I don't have one of those professional things where it has a fan. So I think I'm ready for.
I forgot. Where did the fennel seed and the mustard go? Mustard seed.
Mustard seed was right in the beginning to flavor your oil of your vegetables.
Yeah.
Now, in my case, I had mustard oil, So I didn't put much mustard seed.
So is it too late to put that in now?
Yes. You need to fry them. If you skipped it, it's fine. It's perfectly all right.
And so I skipped the fennel seed as well.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait,
That's
there was
fine.
fennel seed? I never put fennel seed.
It was fenugreek seed.
Oh, I put fenugreek. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
had fenugreek there, so there was no fennel.
No. Well,
I swore I saw it on the recipe.
so, all right. Oops.
My vegetable is done. I don't know about others. Is everybody's vegetables done?
Yeah, mine is. So I've got the dal, the veggie stir fry, the rice. Look at this rice with all the little different herbs.
Yeah.
They all floated. It's what? Cinnamon, cardamom, star anise. There's one clove there.
So on the top of vegetables, I'm adding my chopped cilantro.
Oh. So
And switching off my heat.
are you stirring it in?
No, I'm just putting on the top and I'm just closing the lid.
Oh, okay. So then it cooks just a little bit.
Yeah. So even in my dal, I will be adding my.
I was bragging about how colorful it is, but now I have to put the lid back on. All right. So I suppose, could you just chop up the cilantro and put it on?
Yes,
Put
put it on the
serve it?
vegetable and dal.
All right. Time to plate some food up.
Yeah.
So how do you plate it? Well, I suppose the dal, it's a soup, so you're gonna need a little bowl.
Yes. And rice and vegetable you can put inside, and then chutney on side, or you can put it in different small bowls also.
So, all right. Well, I guess it's just me. I can taste right from the pot here. That's cool. It's like the cooked ginger, and from the beginning gives it a mellow taste, and then the fresh ginger afterwards gives it a pop. Oh, that's cool. So you have like two flavors of ginger. So let's see. Now, do you serve the veggies on top of the rice or on the side of the rice?
On the side, but it's fine if we put it on top.
Because I mean, it's all going in the same stomach, but
Okay, this is going to be my plate.
So I have one quick question.
Yeah.
In the chutney is the hot chili pepper. Where else is it going? Is it going in the vegetables or in that little thing of oil with the
No, you can just put it in chutney. That's fine. I mean, chutney should be spicy and savory. Others are like whatever is your liking. If you don't like heat in your food, then don't put it in your food. You can just have it in chutney.
so I put one in the veggies because I like spicy too.
Yeah,
But I like cooking it because it's too spicy. So when I cook it, I feel like it's less spicy. I don't know if that's
okay.
mentally.
Because I just put in tomatoes and my zucchini, and I guess I could throw the peas in there now.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, like right before you serve it. You don't want to cook the peas for more than, I don't know, like a minute, really. I would say, unless they're frozen, then you cook them a little longer. Peas, I find that we overcook them very frequently. So, oof, I still have that on. All right. And then the chutney, I got this little cute little thing for, that probably won't be enough chutney, but in real life, but. What do you guys think? Does it look really fancy? I'm getting better at this fancy stuff, huh?
It looks yummy.
Just like, I found this little container, little ceramic container for the chutney. So, all right. Except now I don't want to taste my fancy plate. So, all right, I'm gonna get another little one here real quick. All right, Deepa, is there anything else you want to cover? I was not expecting us to be able to knock out like 4 dishes.
I'm so glad that you guys did it because it might be very intense for you guys.
Like,
So this is my
so when you so you put all the flavors all together and you can
yeah, I
choose.
just put ghee on top of the rice.
Can hear you.
My mouth is full. I couldn't.
So what do I do with the oil that has all the spices in it?
Oh,
Where-
you put it in dal.
Just
You
dump
put
it
it in. Yeah, dump it.
and then do a little blend of it before or after the.
Yes. You can blend it before and then you can dump it in.
Thank you.
But you only have to blend it if you like it really smooth. Like I like my texture of my dal, like where I can see the lentils. So if you look at mine, so mine is actually,
Older one, so
yeah. So it just matters how you like it. I like the texture. So, all right. Any final questions for Deepa? And I think I managed to put, in this big pot, I put 2 chilies, and in my chutney, I put 1. It's nice and spicy. But it's like, almost like the chutney is almost like Thai food where you have a blend of all the different spices in one. Because you've got, by putting the mint in there, it's almost gives it a sweet texture. I expected it to be a lot more spicy than it is, but the lemon juice really pulls down the spicy level of that chili and the fresh ginger and fresh garlic and makes it really a lot more, I don't know, perfect. So I didn't expect to keep up with you with doing 4.
yeah, it was very intense. I'm so surprised that you guys like kept up and then you just were able to finish it in time.
So, all right, does anybody have any final questions for Deepa? And was there anything uniquely different? I didn't end up doing potatoes because I forgot to do potatoes, but I'm going to do this again with potatoes. I think but I put a lot of zucchini in it, and it has a lot of texture and flavors and, well, color too, because
Yeah.
So
I put a
question,
little purple cabbage.
what color did your chutney turn out to be? Because mine's green.
Oh, it's completely, I mean, completely green.
Okay, then mine was right. Boy,
I
that's
mean-
really delicious. I think my
So what do you eat this chutney with?
I just mix it with rice, vegetable. I mean, in our hometown, we eat it with hand. So we mix rice, vegetable, chutney, dal, and then just eat it.
I mean, I think this would be good. Like, I don't want to degrade it, but like chips, just like
Yeah.
as a snack, just get a chip and go at it. Or,
And then you said you use the bread too, the naan, or no?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
But this is you call this a Nepali lunch, very common for eating this for lunch. What I
Yeah.
like about this is it's a lot of flavors, a lot of savory, but it's not really heavy. So I could very much see myself eating this in the middle of a hot day
Yeah.
that I'm working. You know, I have
Yeah.
to a hard day's work and then eat this and be completely full and yet be satisfied and be able to go back to work. So, yeah. But all right. Thank you so much, Deepa.
Thank you. And if you have like a chapati or roti or tandoori, chutney goes better with that too.